spoke to Sanjiv Bajaj, the chairman and managing director of Bajaj Finserv, on the sidelines of the AIMA Awards, and started off by asking him about the Indian banking segment in the context of the global banking stress. Listen into his views.
Very clearly, we are in a period of global uncertainty and a fairly extended period, and we still don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think in this situation, the significant, I would say, coordination between RBI and the Finance Ministry has put India on a very steady course of stable growth. And we can see that RBI is deftly managing both inflation, which is one of its foremost tasks, but keeping an eye on growth as well. And the rate pause that we saw this time is a welcome signal of that, while keeping in mind that, as RBI has very correctly said, that it will see how things are moving on the ground and decide what to do.
So as you spoke about the MPC's decision to pause rates, and they've said that it's not a pivot yet, how do you see that in the future? Do you expect more rate hikes or, more rate hikes or the pause again?
You know, it's clearly a recognition that when you look at, say, the next 6 months, a year or so, there is no clear direction on where the global economy is headed, which means there's no clear direction on what our inflation is expected to be. And in a time like this, it is very appropriate for RBI not to lay out a long-term plan, but to react to the on-ground situation, which is what they have done. And I believe they will continue to do so based on what the actual parameters are for inflation and growth in the coming quarters.
In that context, what are the kind of headwinds that you are expecting to hit the economy? Are there any sorts of concerns for the Indian economy in this, at least in the FY24?
I see very clearly the uncertainties over war remains. Supply chains are still getting reoriented. Oil keeps moving up and down in price. We know that for India is our biggest import, and that can create a pressure for us both on currency and hence then on inflation as well.
Okay, so that is Sanjiv Bajaj talking about a whole host of issues. Just want to point out that a couple